What is going on, you guys? Gabriel Figueroa here with a brand new video of a Q&A. Today's gonna be a Q&A. I asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me faith-based questions or personal questions. I have them all right here. Now, if you do not follow my Instagram, what are you doing? Go follow my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it all in the link in the description. You guys may be wondering, Gabriel,
where's the sunlight hitting your face? Where is that crap?
well, you see, Gabriel is the king of procrastination, and I left this video for last minute. And also this week, I am graduating. I'm literally graduating tomorrow. I'm literally filming this Wednesday night. I'm supposed to have this video up by Sunday, so I'm trying to squeeze in this video, and I'm gonna try to edit it on my spare time into the weekend. This is probably gonna be the first and last time you ever see me using a ring light. This is like my ring light. I barely use this. Now let's get to the first question. But before we do that, I want you guys to leave a like and subscribe for more Christian content. And while you're down there already, I just want you to leave a comment right now of any video suggestions you guys want me to do next. Let's start very simple. The first question is, how tall am I? I'm actually 5'8", close to 5'9"-ish. I'm nowhere near tall. So like, if you see me, you'll be like, oh, Gabriel, I thought you were tall. I'm not. The videos make it look like I'm tall. I'm not tall. Do you think you're going to get married? Now, it is my desire to get married. I cannot wait to get married, to spend the rest of my life with someone that believes in the same thing as I do. And also to be the one that's going to raise my kids with me. Oh my gosh, I love marriage so much. I desire to get married in the future. So yes, it is my desire to get married. Now, another question, what if God tells you can't get married? Well, if that's the reason, God will obviously supply something else that is probably, in my mind, better than marriage. But for right now, like, my desire is to be married someday. What college are you going to? The college that I'm currently enrolled and I'm going to in the fall is University of South Florida. Which leads up to the follow-up question is, what am I going to study? I'm going to study business analytics and information systems. Pretty much business plus tech, like those two things that I'm really passionate about. Like I love business and I love technology. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. And it's just literally just both of them just combined. It's just like, what? A question I get asked a lot is, how old am I? So people say I'm 24, 23, sometimes 30. I'm like, dang, dude, I don't look 30 at all. But I'm actually 18. My birthday is in December 9th, so we're in May, so 7 months from now I'm gonna be 19. If I shave all this goatee and this mustache, whatever, like I'm gonna look like I'm 14 or 15. So that's why I grew it out, because I look older and I want to look older. I don't like being like, people thinking that I'm 15. I don't like that. I'd rather be like called like, oh wow, you look older. I know, I prefer that. How did I become a Christian? Now that's a really good question. I'll answer it very fast. I'm gonna leave my full testimony if you guys want to watch like my full process of how I became a Christian. I'm gonna leave it in the link card up here. Long story short, I decided to live for the world. I thought it was gonna be fulfilling, way fun, and all that lies that I bought into it. Like, oh yeah, it's so much fun. I don't have to be feeling this guilt feeling anymore. It's gonna fulfill me. It's gonna satisfy me, and everything. And at the end of the day, I suffer the consequences for that, right? Because God allowed me to make those choices, and because of the choices I make, a lot of consequences brought forth, and I realized that it was very stupid to live for the world, because if I continue living for the world, it's only gonna get worse. Now I can see why people get depressed, get anxiety, start doing drugs, etc. Because like they have no hope right? My hope right now is Jesus. So if something bad happens, I'm like, my hope is always gonna be in Jesus. I'm always gonna look up to Jesus. So I realized that living for the world was just simply not worth it. Next question: did I ever question the whole Christian thing? So I'm gonna take that question like, did I ever question Christianity? Is it true and stuff? I have doubts. I had doubts in the beginning, but the more I research about Christianity and all the other religions, like think about it. There's only 3 major religions that could be right. Hinduism cannot be right. Buddhism cannot be right. So it's only 3: Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Judaism is an incomplete Christianity. They're just missing the Jesus part. And if they include Jesus, it's considered Christianity. Christianity to me has the most evidence pointing to be the truth, with Jesus' death recorded and resurrection. Islam denies Jesus dying on the cross, let alone rising from the dead, which is a very, very, very big history event that you just simply cannot erase, because it doesn't explain how Christianity even grew, right? Because if Jesus never rose from the dead, the New Testament of the Bible just wouldn't exist, because the New Testament is based on the fact that Jesus rose from the dead. This is a question about school. Am I happy to graduate and to be finished with school? 100% yes. I'm finally, I'm very, very, very excited to be finished with school. So I literally said in the beginning, like, tomorrow is literally my graduation. So I cannot wait to walk the stage, take pictures with my family and friends, and for me to move on to my next chapter of my life. Because I know in college I'm gonna have more freedom. I'm gonna make my own decisions, and like
Smart decisions, of course.
and like I know I'm gonna grow as a person, and me thinking I'm gonna grow is just like it motivates me to keep pushing forward. What are struggles you faced in your life? Awesome question. So struggles that I personally faced in my life is lust. I think lust was a very big one that I struggled with, and pride. Those are the two. I don't know why I put four. Those are the two that I struggled with the most. Lust, because like I was introduced to lust out of curiosity. No one ever sit down to me and talk about it. And you know, once you're exposed to lust the first time, it's really hard to get out, because it feels amazing, right? And I struggled with lust for like 4 years, and it felt like 10 years when I was in an addiction and all that type of stuff. It felt really long. And then pride, because like I wanted to do everything for myself, right? I didn't care what anybody else says. And I remember telling this to my sister the day before I got saved, was that, oh, like, I don't need God. I got myself, you know what I mean? I don't need God to save me. I can save myself. I can save myself from an addiction. I can get myself out of an addiction. Oh, I can do this, do that for me, like all by myself. And obviously, because of like, I was pretty stupid, honestly. And every day I try to humble myself to never put myself over God, because I can't do nothing without God. Right? It's impossible to do nothing without God. So I always try to humble myself, keeping myself in check. Like, look, like you wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for God. My favorite question, I'm just kidding, but this is a really good question. Do you work out on the regular? Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you really quickly of how I started working out, how it became so dedicated. So I remember I told myself if I break up with my girlfriend at the time, I would start working out. And I did it, right? So I broke up with her on, I think on a Friday. And then on Monday, I just started working out, and I haven't stopped since. So it's been like a year. Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar right now. It's been like a year since I started working out. So I love it so much. It's something that builds discipline for myself, and it keeps me consistent, because the consistency is key for working out. So just keep going. I keep going all the time. And my motivation is that I'm always going to improve, like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Keep going. What is your favorite food? My favorite food of all time. Now, this is a requirement for my wife. My wife needs to know how to cook some
Good pancakes, bro.
Oh my gosh! If she can cook some good pancakes, bruh, oh my goodness, you won. Because pancakes are my favorite food. I can eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love pancakes.
Not waffles.
Not waffles. Oh God, no, not waffles. Pancakes. Another relationship question. How do you keep God first throughout a relationship with the opposite gender? Awesome question. So I would say is that you constantly both gotta be pursuing God at the same time, right? So if, let's say, I'm not gonna date someone that does not want to pursue God at all, and I'm trying to pursue God, because obviously there's gonna be conflict there. So, oh, I'm gonna read my Bible. Oh, come on, just talk, right? Like stuff like that. It should be like, hey, let's read our Bible together. Yeah, let's go. Come on, let's read our Bible. Come on, let's get the Bible. Like blah blah blah, and stuff like that, right? So both parties have to be pursuing God at the same time before they start dating, in order to keep God first in the relationship. What is your favorite type of song? And my favorite type of music that I listen to is rock. Ooh, I love rock. I just love rock. I like the I love it. I love it. And my favorite song of all time ever, I tell people all the time to play this song in my funeral if I die. God forbid. If I die, is Doxology by Stars Goes Dim. Oh my gosh. I would love to play this sound. Like if there was like the loudest speaker in the world, I would love to hook my phone up into it and just play that song full blast. I love that song so much. Last related question, is masturbation a sin? The answer is very simple. Yes, it ties in with lust. Some people might ask, okay, what happens if you don't tie it with lust? It is it's almost impossible to not tie it with lust. So it is a sin, because like you're lacking self-control. One of the fruits of the Spirit, of the Holy Spirit, is self-control. So every time you keep saying yes to yourself to do it, you're really lacking self-control. This man knows me. My top 5 favorite WWE wrestlers of all time. So my first one has to be CM Punk. I love CM Punk. My second one is John Cena. My third one has to be AJ Styles. My fourth one has to be Cesaro, and my fifth one is Seth Rollins. Another relationship question is, am I single? The answer to that question is
Yes.
I am single. I've been single for over a year now. I've been trying to really focus my relationship with God 100%, putting it through the max, and continue to pursue God, because the more I pursue God, the more God transformed me to be the man of God that He called me to be. I made a promise to myself that the next relationship that I'm going to be in is I'm going to bring more to the table than what I did last time. And I'm going to be a completely different person and everything like that. And that relationship will only glorify God. And if it doesn't, I don't want it. I'm good. I want out. I don't want it. I don't want a relationship that does not glorify God. On a typical day, how much time do you spend time with God? That's a really awesome question. I'll be saying these are all awesome questions. Thank you guys all for the questions. I would say a typical day, I just started putting this routine because I realized I want to spend more time with God. So my routine right now is 15 minutes, I brush my teeth and everything like that. 15 minutes, I worship. 15 minutes, I read the Bible. And then 10 minutes, I pray. Right? And then all throughout the day, I try to keep God in my day. Whether that be scrolling through Christian TikTok, watching Christian videos, listening to worship music. I mostly listen to worship music all throughout my day. It's not like I'm like, okay, I only spend time with God for this amount of time and that's it. I don't spend time with God at all. No, I try to keep God throughout my whole entire day. This one's a really odd question. Am I Islamophobic? Do I hate Muslims? Do I hate Islam? No, I do not hate any Muslims. If I did, I honestly, like, you would see if I hate Muslims. I would be talking about Muslims all the time. I wouldn't be posting any Christian videos. I'll be just pouring hate on Islam and Muslims if I was Islamophobic. But I'm not, because Jesus is inside of me. And Jesus says to love thy neighbor. So I'm not going to hate on any group of people simply because of what they believe in or what they stand for. That ain't it. But I will stand in truth, and I don't mind saying the truth, even though it might offend some people. I don't care, because God said that the truth will offend people and people are not going to like it, because a lot of people are in the pursuit of happiness instead of a pursuit of truth. If they were in a pursuit of absolute truth, it's going to offend them. It is. Alright, and this is the most common question I get, is how do I stop watching pornography? Pornography is really addicting. I know it because I was addicted for 4 years, so I understand how you feel. I will honestly try to do a whole video about it because there's a lot to go over. So I'll like the best video right now that I have in my channel that can actually help you is how to flee from lust. I'll leave it in the thing above. So go check it out. Watch the video from beginning to end to help you how to flee from lust. And the last question of this Q&A is, have I been baptized? And the answer to that question is yes. I'm going to play the video right now.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo.
There you guys have it. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in to this amazing Q&A. I love you guys all so much. If you guys have not already, hit the like button and subscribe. Again, subscribe for more Christian content. Go follow my socials. My TikTok, my Instagram will all be in the link in the description. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Praise God. Peace.